Okay, well here we are, day 2 of the Gazprom International Dragon.
Wait, I'm going to have to go again because it's day 3. I know we've only done 2 days sailing, but it is day 3.
Yes.
Stavros.
Don't stop us again, because we'll never get there.
Second day of racing, yeah, okay. Okay,
It's tough.
here we are, day 3 of the Gazprom International Dragon World Championships in Weymouth. No racing yesterday, as you know, we talked about that, and had an interview with Tim Hancock, the race officer. And today we had 2 races, 2 very nice races. With me I've got Quentin and Strauss and Mark Hart, both GBR sailors on different boats. And I'll ask Mark first. One of the things that we commented to Tim yesterday, Mark, was the course was a bit too close to the shore, which didn't leave him any scope to change the marks. And also he was maybe rushing or trying to get the races in before the wind had settled.
Yeah.
How do you think he did, what sort of job do you think he did today?
Yeah, he's an impossible job yesterday, but I mean today, I mean it was shifted a lot, and the courses are great. You know, it was very hard to actually work out which side of the beat or where to go on the beat.
Yeah.
And I mean every beat, you know, seemed he had a better crystal ball than the rest of us. I think.
Yeah, I thought the lines were very fair today.
Yeah, the lines were pretty good. Yeah, the beats were good. The runs were you know, as good as you can expect. You know,
Yeah.
we were driving down the runs. And it was a day when we didn't even think about the race officer.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. It's like a referee in football. If you don't notice them, they're having a great game.
Exactly.
I think that the course changes today weren't so huge, which helped us a lot, wasn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't an easier job today, but the wind didn't. It shifted violently, but averagely it was pretty much the same place. And he did a nice job.
Nice job.
Yeah.
And Q, you've sailed in Weymouth before?
I have. I've done the Edinburgh Cup with the Dragons here earlier this year and done a couple of Wayfarer events, dinghy events here in the past.
Okay. And what do you think about the facilities and how our committee and the helpers welcomed us all and when we first arrived?
So I think it's a fantastic facility. I think for keelboats and for dinghies it's a great place to sail. I think the facilities here are great. They have a fantastic sailing venue, and the area outside, the launch facilities are all very good. This time around, I mean, it was unprecedented. We had the organising folks meet us on the gate, point us in the right direction, tell us what needed to be done, where to go. Registration desk was very well manned below. We got craned on exactly when we wanted, and we could hang in the crane.
I thought that was excellent too. Yeah, they let us.
No pressure.
Yeah.
It was really, really good. And the marina area here is fantastic. Everybody's got their own berth.
Yeah.
And all the facilities you would want, clean water and so on. It's good.
Yeah, it is excellent. And from a racing point of view, we've had the 3 races now. I'm just looking at the sheet here, and I'm surprised, or no, I'm very pleased that I'm actually 5th at the moment. Klaus, another British boat, is 6th.
Well, mate.
Thank you. And I see you're 7th overall at the moment, Quentin.
Indeed.
Now you've got Nigel Young with you. Does Nigel still work for North Sails?
Nigel runs North Sails Island. And
okay.
he does a very good business over there, but he still does quite a bit of one design sailing around the circuit as well. He comes up in the Dragon class from time to time. He does some Melgus 24 sailing.
Right.
So he's a busy man both at home and on the one design circuit.
And you've raced a lot with Nigel, haven't you?
Over the years I've done quite a bit of sailing with him. He and I get on very well together. We spent 3 years campaigning at Melgus 24, and Nigel has sailed with me on and off in the Dragon class for a few years now.
Good. And Mark, you had a nice second race today.
Yeah.
In your dark and stormy.
That helps, doesn't it?
Yeah. Looking at the leaders, I mean, Paul Rickard won again this afternoon, and Russia 76 this morning. What do you think the man is? How is he still performing at such a high level?
He pops out of every start line. He's always up the front off the start.
It's very quick, isn't he?
Yeah, and I think he's better at that than he ever used to be.
Yeah.
He halfway up the first beat, he's very much front rowing a bit more.
Yeah, I can tell you why he gets off the start line now is because when he used to run pedicrows and own pedicrows, he spent all his time before pre-start waving at all the customers. And quite invariably he gets stuck in the 3rd row and have to catch up after that. But now he's no longer in charge. I think he's concentrating more on his starts.
Yeah.
But he's making some phenomenal decisions as well up the beats.
Yeah, exactly. He's he got it nearly spot on today, and he had a hard job, I think, covering people.
Yeah.
After that, he got comfortably in front, and then which way do you go and which side of the beat do you cover?
Yeah.
Because people were banging both corners, and he had a very difficult job hanging on.
Yeah, he did it well.
Yeah.
And the Russia 76, normally it's helmed by Dmitry Samokin. He unfortunately couldn't make it this week, and his professional crew, Andrei Kilicek, I think that's how you pronounce it.
Wily little Andy. Yeah.
And he's got the biggest man in Russia crewing for him. They won the first race. Did you see which side they popped from, Q, in the beginning?
They played middle and left.
Yeah.
And eventually came out from the left side, more or less as we did, but they're just a little bit sharper with some of the tacks.
Yeah.
Read the wind very, very well.
He certainly. I mean, we know that guy is helming and doing tactics, same as Paul Ricard.
He's somebody to watch where he goes, because
Yeah.
he's got a very good sense of what's going to unfold.
Well, Andre, for those of you who are watching, started his career. Well, he's been Tornadoes, Olympians, and things for Russia, but he started his dragon career with Anatoly Loganov in Russia 27, and they were very successful. I think they won a couple of gold cups, and then Anatoly decided to do a bit of a crew change, and Dmitry took Andre on, and since then in Cascais they've been winning most of the series down there, and they're certainly a force to be reckoned with. So I would think, looking at the sheet at the moment, he's going to give Paul Ricard a run for his money, would you say?
I think he will, yeah. I think he's sailing very, very well.
Yeah.
And if he has a few more good tacks in him, and I think he'll chase Paul right to the finish line.
Yeah.
Having said that, I agree with Mark. I think Paul is sailing exceptionally well this week.
Yeah. And we've got, we must talk about Laurie Smith. Now, of course, Laurie had the blow that he lost Tim Taverner, one of his World Championship crew. Tim, unfortunately, had an injury to his hand whilst they were mooring up after the practice race, I think, was it? I don't think he did the first race, did he? It was. He did the first race.
After the first race,
Yeah.
yeah.
But he ended up with a hole in his hand, believe it or not, from the bow of Tommy Muller's boat. And I must say, Tim has got some of the biggest hands in the world. So I hate to think what would have happened if it had been a normal hand. But anyway, we're pleased to say that Tim didn't break any bones, and all ligaments are okay, but he hasn't been able to race this week. So Laurie's brought in Bill Masterman, I think, who used to sail a lot with Ozzy and Laurie in the olden days.
Indeed. Yeah.
But there at the moment, I see they're sort of they're still in with a chance. But so far, Laurie's recorded a 22, 6, and 18. So do you think it's a bit too early to write him off, Mark, or not?
Never too early, is it?
No.
No. I mean, we've all, we've had our good moments in these races. We had a good moment this morning. Thought we were absolutely on the money.
Yeah.
And it was disastrous. So, yeah. And if you look at the Ukrainian guys, they've had a disaster.
Well, I'm just looking at Marcus Visa. I mean, who obviously must have been a favourite coming into this. He was second in the first race this morning, but he's at a 17th and a 46. So the thing is that there's so many good boats. That's the thing, and it's never going to be over until the end, or the fat lady sings, as they say. So thanks for talking, gentlemen. 2 races again tomorrow.
Perfect.
I think the same sort of conditions. So we're giving an A star to the race officer today, are we?
I am. Yeah, he did good today.
Yeah.
More of the same, please.
And there was a query about the orange flag being lowered and raised for the starts, between the starts, so they could move the line. But I think you said stick to what we're doing. Yeah.
Stay with what we're doing. We
Yeah.
need all the time we can get after the orange flag is up, and we don't want the start line to change, so we all know what's going on.
Well, he did say that to move, because it's such a long start line, to move the start line 5 degrees, he has to move the pin end boat 84 metres.
Yeah.
So, we've all got transits, haven't we, all organised. So if they'd have to move the line because it's wind shifted, then we certainly need that 10 minutes to find our bearings again, don't we?
Yeah, you need a 10-minute on that side.
So thumbs up to Tim Hancock today, great job. And we very much look forward to 2 more races tomorrow. So we'll keep you posted. Thanks guys, and good luck for the rest of the regatta.
Thank you.